Hello, this is Billy Core from CarolinaCircleMile.com. It's very, very early on a Thursday morning, October the 28th of 2010, a little after midnight. And this is a video I've been meaning to do all week. This is, believe it or not, the newspaper from the day I was born. My parents evidently saved the newspaper from the day I was born, and I've actually known about this for several years now, but this is the first time I've gotten it on camera. I was born on Monday, November 27th of 1989, and this is the morning newspaper from the Greensboro News Record from November the 27th of 1989. So we can take a quick look at this. Here's the front cover. Greensboro News and Record, Monday, November 27th, 1989, the day of my birth. Pulling as one helps boost Greensboro's development. By the way, this, already checked, no, this does not have any Carolina Circle Mall ads in it, unfortunately. Ow! Ouch! I just hit my knee real hard on my bed. Anyway, and here's the weather here in Greensboro. The day I was born, mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of rain, high in the 50s, and the day before the high was 68, low 42. And let's see, the front page story: jammed, holiday driving stop and go on I-85 and I-40. And this here is I-85 south at the Randleman Road exit. Keep in mind that back then, for those of you who are familiar with this area, back then this road was still just Interstate 85. I-40 was not multiplexed with it yet. That didn't come about until a couple of years later. This is obviously talking about Thanksgiving traffic, which Thanksgiving was just a few days prior to this. Let's see what else we got. Alright, U.S. may consider further cutbacks in Europe. Communion ban issue in California election. Liver to be transplanted from living donor. And also, it's also interesting to note that I was born only 3 weeks after the Berlin Wall fell. If I sound kind of uninterested, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm very tired right now and I got nothing else to do. And here is a gigantic ad for JCPenney, located at Carolina Circle Mall's big rival, Four Seasons Town Center. Yuck. Okay. Lebanese leader tells him to give up. In North Carolina Mutual Drugs, 'tis the sale before Christmas. Look at all these old appliances and stuff. Yeah, goodies, tablets, they look about the same still 21 years later. Yep, I will be 21 on November 27th of 2010. Let's see. Nothing much interesting right here. Hezbollah has network in West Africa, officials say. Lambeth Troxer Funeral Home. Forbes and Dick Funeral Home is by a bunch of funeral home ads. Life and Leisure. Hold on, a little slight emergency there. Yeah, there we go. Here's some more stuff on here. Oh yes. Half off November specials at Western Sizzlin'. I don't remember Western Sizzlin' actually. I've heard a lot of good things about them though. These were pretty popular back then. The one here in Greensboro, well actually there at one time were two in Greensboro. One at Battleground Avenue and one on High Point Road. I do remember going to Western Steer though, another long lost steakhouse. Oh yeah, special report direct from Columbia. Bill O'Reilly reports on a nation held captive in government officials who fear for their lives. The cocaine connection from the streets of Medellin to the streets of LA tonight on Inside Edition tonight at 7:30 on WXII Channel 12. I missed WXII's old logo of the NBC Peacock. And oh, this is kind of interesting. These are the television schedules from the day I was born. Let's see. I was born at 11:30. So here's what we have going on at this hour. I Dream of Jeannie. Let's see, I was born during Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Friendship, Prince Tuesday, Anna and Lady Elaine learned sharing can be hard. Nice. Not seen on here though, is, believe it or not, I was actually born during The Price is Right that day. Had it on the delivery room and everything. Not many people believe this, and I don't blame you if you do, but it really did happen. They had the TV on in the delivery room. My mom's doctor was watching it, and then at the exact same time, Roddy yelled, "Come on down." I was born. Hard to believe, but yes, that is a true story. Let's see, the Good Morning Show on WFMY. Lee Keinert is in the southern Swiss district of Ticino. Controversy over governmental Hugo disaster relief efforts, and so yeah, that was only like 2 months after Hurricane Hugo. Then Good Morning America, scheduled actor Randy Quaid. The Today Show, scheduled singer-actress Tina Turner. Oh, goody. This morning, I think that might have been the old morning news show on CBS back in the day. And then live of Regis and Kathy Lee. Gifford, that is. Geraldo, Joan Rivers. Good old Late Night with David Letterman, and even the Pat Sajak show, and who can forget good old Arsenio Hall. Alright, let's proceed. Oh, yes. And of course, here's a little theater lineup from the day I was born for the Carolina Circle 6 theaters at good old Carolina Circle Mall. Movies shown were Back to the Future Part 2, Harlem Nights, All Dogs Go to the Heaven, and Look Who's Talking. Speaking of Back to the Future Part 2, here's a major ad for it. which was released the week before I was born, actually. And if you haven't been able to tell already, I am a huge fan of the trilogy. Love Back to the Future. And here are the comics. Let's see what Peanuts was up to the day I was born. No, ma'am, as the saying goes, let's not gild the lily. Actually, sir, the correct phrase is paint the lily. Airbrush, varnish, spray paint, who cares? And, of course, my personal favorite, Garfield. Yawn. Irk. This is known as cold floor shock. Even in 2010, the Greensboro News Record still doesn't print their weekday comics in color. The political comments. Yay. Let's see, North State Chevrolet, they're in downtown Greensboro. They're no longer in business. I think they're where that new Bridge Bank ballpark is nowadays. Those of you who are familiar with this area. And Po Folks, I never liked that restaurant, but it's nostalgic in itself, so we gotta show it. El Salvador and Czechoslovakia were in the news that day. Anderson Little, a good suit at a good price. And this is kind of an interesting ad. The Christmas tree exhibit at Friendly Shopping Center in the Forum 6 Specialties Mall. In 1989 marks the 19th anniversary of the Christmas tree display at Friendly Center Auditorium, co-sponsored by the Greensboro Council of Garden Clubs Incorporated and Friendly Center. And yada yada yada. You can pause the video if you want so you can read more of this. But for those of you who don't know, the Forum 6 Specialty Mall was a very tiny enclosed mall that was located at Friendly Shopping Center. It was it opened in 1976. The problem with it was it had very, and I mean very expensive stores. You had to be somebody to afford that mall, but it was still fun to walk around there to see what all was there. In fact, I think I got a video of myself with the mall's Santa Claus taken in 1990 there at Forum 6. Forum 6 eventually did close up and go out of business in, I believe, 1997, and it is now an office building with a bunch of doctor's offices. The only remaining true piece of Forum 6 remaining there is the K&W cafeteria there in the parking deck. Well, it's not in the parking deck, it's attached to the parking deck. Let's see.